Hi, I'm Lee, and this is Cass, and this is Cass Lee Productions. Dun da da! Thank you. I do try. Um, let's see. I want to talk about the Nature Center at Camp Crow next. Okay, so moving my thoughts forward. um, I wanted to talk about the Nature Center had a wide variety of things there. I'm a science kid, so I loved it there. They had like strings wrapped around blocks, and when you unfurl them, it tell you how long the animal was. They had one for the blue whale, and it was fun just to see how long it would be in real life. And you're like, that is like bigger than like two of me put together. It take like 100 kids to make a blue whale, and this is like when you're from first grade, of course, too. So it's like it takes a lot of young children to make the size of a blue whale. Or a humpback, I should say. It was a humpback whale, but still, it was like, yeah. And so, as at first the nature center just kind of stayed in one place. They would have a variety of animals sometimes there. One year they had a toads. There was another year they had a turtle. They had baby chickens and a bull. I'm gonna take about the baby chickens though, because there was one. Everyone loved picking up the chickens, and the baby chickens were. Oh, they were so stinking adorable. I had hatched some in my first grade class before, but we didn't get to hold them, which made me super depressed, but we got to hold them here, and I was like so excited. And I had this one favorite chick that won the counselors had named Captain Pete because he had one eye that was practically closed like this all the time. And unlike all the other chickens who run around, he was kind of really docile. And you pick them up and he just sit in the palm of your hand, and he was stinking adorable. I mean, you could lay down on the floor and put him like right here, and he would just sit there and just kind of like blink at you and sit there like all flippy and everything. And I just loved it. It was the cutest thing ever. I loved Captain Pete. I was so sad when I learned that he didn't get to stay at Camp Grow. I wanted to see that thing grow up. But we technically borrowed them from one of the farms down there in Wisconsin. They would volunteer some of their animals there. We also got a bull one year who had its horns removed. My mom was helping with the nature center, and it was funny because since it had its horns removed, it kept on brushing up against my mom with its head because obviously it felt weird not having horns anymore and having on all that. Um, so yeah, that covers actually what I wanted to do for this video to some degree, but I'm gonna keep going because we haven't hit that time yet. What? Okay, so those are the two I've written down for this one. Oh, eventually the nature center did upgrade into a nature walk, and one of the counselors there, I'm not going to use her name because I'm not sure if she'd want me to. So she would take us on the nature walk, and she was actually a science teacher. So she would. There was this ant. Was it this rock she looked up, and we could see the ants in the nest underneath, and they start crawling up her and trying to attack her because she's flipping off the roof off their house. And she did this at least once every day if there was people who went to the nature center, because not a lot of people came to the nature center. I was like one of her repeat customers, so to speak. And then she would tell us all things about vegetation. There's a tree there that this is used to Native Americans actually used to live there, and they would take a tree and bend it every day to point it towards water, so they'd always know where the water source was, which I thought was a fun fact. I mean, and was it she gave us my tiny like magnifying glasses? And don't worry, this is when I was older. I'm gonna tell you anyway, but was it I had learned from my dad and my sister that you can burn things using a microscope. Like, you know how the old tale of how boys play with the microscopes and ants. Well, I played with microscopes and wood. Well, that's not microscope. It's magnifying glass. We got magnifying glasses. I'm using the wrong words again. There's two completely different things. If you did not know, which you probably did. My mind is so silly. The magnifying glasses would, and if you hold it just right in the sun, you can carved more or less into wood. And so it had been a long time since I did this, and honestly, not every magnifying glass is good for this, sadly. And you gotta have it in exactly the right position and the clouds just right. Honestly, it's really painstaking trying to do it just that. That's why there's like tools now that get you the same kind of effect. Because trust me, it takes forever. Otherwise, I would take a wet reed and use the magnifying glass to and I was gonna spell mom into one of the reads, but sadly I did not get to, and it would probably light on fire if I tried now because it is no longer wet. So mom has like an MON, so it's Mon, like Pokemon or Monday instead of mom. But yeah, it would, so that was fun. And it was so funny because she told me that she would have given me the magnifying glass when we got to the end of the week if it wasn't for she was borrowing them from someone else. Because she knew I liked the magnifying glass and doing that so much. She was like one of my favorite counselors ever. So much. They also had what they called spring peepers there, and they're practically baby toads, and I would love catching those things. One year, like my first year there, I had like this small little carry-around makeup case my mom gave me, and me and my sister loaded the thing full of toads and carried them, I think, not exactly out of Wisconsin, but we carried them to someone else's house. My mom was visiting like one of her friends there or something, and we brought the toads with us. Eventually, we released them before we went home. She found us out. But me and Kiri were determined to take those baby toads home with us. So yeah, there's that too. The nature walk was always really fun, though. I really enjoyed it, and it was also used to be a Boy Scout range. There's a lot of history there with that camp, so I'm really glad they kept it the way it is, because technically it is a historical site, because there are Native Americans burial grounds there, which is really cool. So if you want to go see that, since it's still a park now, even though it's not a camp, it is a park. You can go up and check that out. There used to be a firing range there for the Boy Scouts, too. Yeah, I'm realizing that this may not be entertaining, but I find it interesting, so deal with it. Okay. I apologize. I apologize a lot in my videos if you have. No, you probably haven't noticed. I didn't really apologize a lot in my other ones, so. Um, yeah. So, that's it for what I have on this one, and we're gonna end it here. I could go a bit longer, but I'm not going to. Lots of repeating myself, I'm noticing just now. I'm not gonna edit it out though, because I'm too lazy. Too lazy. Okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe, watch other videos, please. And feel like I'm forgetting something. Ah, yes. Do not forget that I am here to make you laugh. So laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I get weirder off my medicine. Okay. I will, hopefully you will all come back and watch more videos. Jedi mind trick must work on you. I did it wrong, but it's fine. Just pretend it worked. Hypnosis. Woo-hoo.